Welcome back to MMA Sync. He was once the undisputed king of the fight game, the face of modern combat sports. But a string of recent controversies has cast a long shadow over Connor McGregor's legacy, raising serious questions about the man behind the persona. Connor McGregor just turned 37. But instead of celebrating, he's at the center of yet another scandal. It all started with viral footage from Florida, showing McGregor kissing and getting intimate with a mystery woman. The problem? It wasn't his longtime partner, Dee Devlin. Just hours later, things got worse. Rapper Azealia Banks leaked 2 nude mirror selfies, allegedly sent by McGregor. One shows him fully exposed. The other, even more bizarre, shows a weight tied to his genitals with the caption, "Lifting weights." Banks claims she and McGregor have been exchanging explicit content since 2016. She also said McGregor warned her to keep the images private, saying, "Don't be a rat, 'cause all rats get caught." UFC veteran Chael Sonnen later suggested the images might be AI-generated, but McGregor's team hasn't responded. Despite the controversy, McGregor posted cheerful birthday photos on social media, and surprisingly, Dee Devlin shared a post wishing him a happy birthday as well. Still, fans are worried. They've pointed to his slurred speech, manic energy, and chaotic live streams.
Jake's a consummate professional, 75 movies made. I'm blessed to have entered into the movie alongside him. He was patient with me. He gave me guidance, and I just took it. We had a good rapport on set.
He also has a habit of posting unhinged tweets, sometimes violent, sometimes incoherent, and then quickly deleting them. All of it is fueling fears that McGregor may be battling a serious drug problem. To many, it all started at UFC 229 when McGregor was dominated and submitted by Khabib Nurmagomedov. That night didn't just end with a loss, it marked the beginning of a long and very public downfall. Before that fight, McGregor had reached unparalleled heights. He became the first fighter in UFC history to hold titles in 2 weight classes simultaneously. He had crossed over to boxing to face Floyd Mayweather in a bout that brought in over 4 million pay-per-view buys. His face was everywhere on whiskey bottles, commercials, and global sponsorships. He was untouchable. Back in 2017, it all began with the infamous bus attack in Brooklyn. A chaotic scene during UFC 223 Media Week that made global headlines for all the wrong reasons. Then came 2018 and McGregor's much-hyped return against Khabib Nurmagomedov. Not only did he lose the fight, but the post-fight brawl, fines and suspension marked the beginning of his fall from grace. In 2019, things got physical outside the cage. He smashed a fan's phone in Miami, then punched an elderly man at a Dublin pub just months later. Both incidents painted a troubling picture. By 2020, the headlines turned darker. McGregor was accused of sexual assault in Corsica. No charges were filed, but the damage to his image was undeniable. In 2021, more controversy surfaced, this time an alleged nightclub assault in Rome. Fast forward to 2023, and McGregor made headlines again. First for an alleged altercation aboard a yacht in Ibiza, and later for punching the Miami Heat mascot during an NBA Finals promotional event. 2024 was supposed to be the comeback, a return to the cage at UFC 303. But weeks before the fight, McGregor abruptly withdrew. Officially, it was due to a toe injury. Unofficially, the whispers suggested something deeper. At the time, rumors swirled about deeper issues. From contract disputes to concerns over his mental state, the truth never fully came out. Was the UFC already aware of personal issues brewing behind the scenes? Or has McGregor been spiraling for longer than anyone realized? Online fans aren't convinced. The consensus? The UFC wanted no part of the backlash. Pulling McGregor may have been damage control before things spiraled further. As of today, the scandals have reached a boiling point. Leaked nude photos, cheating allegations, and a media storm that threatens to eclipse everything McGregor once stood for. McGregor is no stranger to controversy, but this time the personal nature of the scandal has hit differently. It's not about physical aggression. It's about betrayal, humiliation, and exposure. Fans have long viewed Dee Devlin as the one constant in McGregor's turbulent world, a quiet presence beside the storm. Now many wonder how much more she can endure. While Dee has stood by him publicly, sources close to the couple suggest things behind the scenes are far from stable. McGregor's silence has only fueled speculation. He has not publicly addressed Banks' allegations or the leaked images. Meanwhile, reactions across social media have been swift and unforgiving. Fans, analysts, and even other fighters have chimed in. UFC Hall of Famer Daniel Cormier didn't hold back. He warned that McGregor will face long-term effects from recent events, and said the fighter needs to rinse some of the stench off before returning to the octagon. Even outspoken middleweight Paulo Costa jumped into the conversation with a tweet saying, "I don't judge. Maybe someday there will pop up some of my dick photos somewhere. I hope not." Though Costa didn't name McGregor directly, the reference was obvious, and fans saw it as both sarcastic and revealing of how the scandal had overtaken MMA discourse. And it's not just reputational damage. Major sponsors have quietly started pulling back. In 2024, following a previous civil case, retailers like SuperValu, Tesco, and even Wetherspoons dropped his proper number 12 whiskey. IO Interactive even removed his likeness from the Hitman video game franchise. For years, D. Devlin has been seen as McGregor's anchor, a quiet presence beside the storm. But after repeated public humiliations, many are asking, how long can she stay? Coverage of the scandal hasn't been limited to MMA sites. The story has crossed into pop culture and mainstream news thanks in part to Banks' explosive posts and McGregor's lack of response. And while some fans still hold out hope for a comeback, others feel the damage may be irreversible. Rumors of mental health issues, substance abuse, and chaotic behavior have only intensified in recent months. The hunger, the discipline, the sharp wit. It's all been replaced with chaos. No scheduled fights, no press tours, just headlines. Once upon a time, Conor McGregor was untouchable. He became the first fighter to hold 2 belts simultaneously. He knocked out legends, he carried cards, he changed the game. But fame is a tricky opponent, and the bigger McGregor got, the harder he fell. What once made him magnetic now makes him reckless. The man who wore mink coats and quoted Muhammad Ali now hides behind silence. No response to the scandal, no press conference, no accountability. As of now, Azealia Banks continues to hint that she has more content. Whether it's true or not, the damage is done. Even a fake scandal, if unanswered, leaves a scar. The real question now isn't whether McGregor can fight again. It's whether anyone will still care if he does. Fighters fall, they get injured, they lose. But what we're witnessing isn't just decline, it's disintegration. Across YouTube and Reddit, creators and analysts are dissecting the scandal from every angle. Some question whether McGregor can survive another controversy. Others are calling it the final nail in the coffin. What happens next for McGregor? The fight world waits, but it's clear that even if he returns to the octagon, the public perception may never be the same. From beloved fighter to scandal magnate, Conor McGregor's transformation has stunned the world. And in this fight, there may be no comeback. What do you think about Conor McGregor's downfall? Is this the final chapter for the Notorious? Let us know in the comments. Subscribe and stay tuned for updates like this story.